What happens when a mother's love goes too far? When protection turns into control, when sacrifice becomes a weapon, and when a parent simply refuses to accept that their child has grown up. Today, a 52-year-old mother from Texas walks into Judge Judy's courtroom to fight for her daughter. Her daughter is 26 years old. Her daughter is not here. And Judge Judy is about to ask the one question nobody in that room is prepared for. Linda Harris raised her daughter Mia alone. No co-parent, no safety net. Just work, sacrifice, and a mother's will. For 26 years, that was enough. It was more than enough. But then Mia grew up. She got a job. She met someone, a man named Marcus Cole, and within 6 months, she had moved in with him. Linda never liked Marcus. Not because of anything specific, just that feeling. The kind a parent carries in their chest and can't quite name. Marcus Cole, for his part, was not someone who raised obvious red flags. He held a steady job. He was responsible with money. By most measures, he was a reasonable person, but reasonable people can still end up on opposite sides of a courtroom. For 2 years, Mia and Marcus built a shared life. Furniture, routines, a lease with both their names on it. Then, as happens, it fell apart. The breakup itself wasn't the problem. The problem came after. Mia claimed that furniture she had paid for was still sitting in Marcus's possession. He disagreed. He said the purchases were shared. Neither side would budge. Mia was emotionally exhausted. So she called her mother, and Linda Harris, who had fought every battle for this girl since the day she was born, came to court. There is just one problem, a significant one. Under the law, one adult cannot walk into small claims court and file or argue a case on behalf of another adult. Not without a signed legal document granting them that authority. It is called power of attorney. Without it, Linda has no standing here. She doesn't know that yet. All rise. The Honorable Judge Judith Scheindlin, Mrs. Harris. You've filed suit against Marcus Cole for $2,800. You're listed as filing on behalf of your daughter, Mia Harris. That's what this says. Yes, Your Honor. He walked away with her property, and she deserves to be compensated. Where is Mia? She's at work, Your Honor. She asked me to come and speak for her, because she's not in a place emotionally to... How old is Mia? 26 years old. Working, and she sent her mother to court. It wasn't a dramatic pause for effect. It was a judge doing mental arithmetic, and the numbers weren't adding up. Mrs. Harris, I'm going to ask you something straightforward. Did Mia give you written power of attorney to represent her in this proceeding? She called me. She told me she wanted me here. That's not what I asked. Written power of attorney? Yes or no? No, Your Honor. But I'm her mother. That is a personal relationship. It is not a legal one. In this courtroom, you need legal authority to represent another adult. You don't have it. Your Honor, with respect, she needed someone in her corner. Then she should have come herself. She's 26. She has a job. She found time to call you. She could have found time to be here. Linda opens her mouth, and for just a moment, something crosses her face. Not defiance, but exhaustion. The kind that comes from years of doing everything alone and still feeling like it was never quite enough. She says quietly, I just didn't want her to have to do it by herself. Then she stops. Because even as the words leave her mouth, she can hear how they sound. Across the room, Marcus Cole says nothing. He's watching, waiting. He has the look of someone who already knows how this ends. Mrs. Harris, you came here today. You took time. You prepared. All for a case filed in someone else's name by someone who made a phone call instead of showing up. Does that not concern you even a little? She was hurting, Your Honor. She needed me. Adults get hurt. That is part of being an adult. Needing support is human. But there is a difference between supporting someone and replacing them. Mr. Cole, Your turn, Your Honor. The facts are straightforward. Mia and I shared expenses on most of the furniture in that apartment. I have purchase records that show joint contributions. When we split, she took what was clearly hers. Personal items, things I never disputed. I kept what I had paid for or what we had paid for together. I didn't take anything that wasn't mine. The $2,800 claimed here. Your response to that figure. It's not accurate, but honestly, Your Honor, the more relevant point is this. Mia and I spoke 2 weeks ago. Privately. We came to an agreement. We're settled. And honestly, I get it. I understand why her mother is angry. I'm not saying the situation wasn't painful. I'm just saying Mia and I handled it. Together. They settled. 2 weeks ago. Yes, but I don't think she was in the right headspace when she agreed. She was still upset, and I think he took advantage of Mrs. Harris. Your daughter sat down with this man. She negotiated. She agreed to terms. She made a decision as an adult. And you flew past all of that because you disagreed with her choice? I just want what's fair for her. What's fair, according to you? Not according to Mia. This is the part of the case where Judge Judy could simply dismiss it on legal grounds and move on. She has every reason to, but she doesn't. Not yet, because she's looking at Linda Harris and she sees something worth addressing directly. Before I rule, Mrs. Harris, I want to be direct with you about something, because I think you need to hear it. I'm a mother. I know what it costs. The years, the worry, the decisions you make quietly so your child never has to know the weight of them. I understand why you're here. I genuinely do. But your daughter is 26 years old. She made a call, not just to you, but about her own life. She resolved a painful situation. She moved forward. And the moment she did that, your job shifted. It wasn't to reopen the wound. It was to respect that she closed it. I just didn't want him to get away with it. I hear that. But getting away with it, that's her call to make, not yours. You raised her to handle hard things. Let her handle them. The plaintiff before me today has no legal standing to represent the named claimant. The parties have already reached a private settlement. There is nothing for this court to adjudicate. Case dismissed. Linda doesn't leave immediately. She stands at the table for a moment, not frozen, just still. Like someone replaying a conversation and realizing, maybe for the first time, that they were the loudest voice in a room where they weren't supposed to be speaking. Then she does something small. She picks up her purse, smooths the strap with her thumb. Once, twice, the way people do when they need their hands to be busy while their mind catches up. It is not a breakdown. It is something quieter than that. The beginning of a question she will carry home with her. Marcus collects his documents and steps back. He doesn't gloat. He doesn't make eye contact. He just goes. Because for him, this was already over 2 weeks ago. The case was never really about furniture. It was about a mother who built her entire identity around protecting someone and hadn't figured out what she was supposed to do now that the person didn't need protecting anymore. That's not a legal problem. It's a human one. The question this case leaves behind is not who was right. It is what love is supposed to look like once a child no longer needs to be carried. Mia had found her answer. She just hadn't found a way to tell her mother yet. The hardest part of raising someone strong is trusting that they are. Linda Harris came to that courtroom because she loves her daughter, and Judge Judy drew a line that a lot of parents need to hear between fighting for your child and fighting instead of them. Between showing up when you're needed and showing up when you're not. Maya had moved on. And somewhere between that courtroom and the drive home, maybe Linda Harris began to do the same. Not because her love was wrong, but because it was time to show it differently.